I just wanted to pop back up and just talk you through my recent trip to Amsterdam. I didn't even go to Amsterdam. I'm going to Amsterdam. I've been in Barcelona. This was my race across Europe. This was my... Normally, I'm a one destination kind of guy, like 7 nights, 14 nights, I get in and I get gone. But this time, I wanted to see Barcelona, Mallorca, and Alicante, mainland Spain. I never got to talk you through the plan. I just popped up at Heathrow one morning and was off on a plane to Barcelona. The plan was to spend 10 days travelling just around Spain, so planes, boats, cars, all the way across Barcelona, Alcudia, all the way back to mainland Spain. So what did I think of it? I loved it. Like there's pros and cons. So there's pros and cons to this trip. You know what? It's hot. Let's not elephant in the room. It's hot. Like, it was hot in London. It was 35 degrees when I left. It was 40 degrees in Barcelona. So I loved it. I stayed at the Casa Bonet terrace room. Really nice. Looked lovely online. Looked lovely in person. A little bit small. This was the thing. Just wasn't expecting Barcelona hotels to be as small as they were. It was kind of like New York small. And then obviously you do a lot of research about Barcelona. I bought 3 bum bags because I was gonna get pickpocketed. I was gonna get pickpocketed. So I bought 3 bum bags. I had it wrapped around me. I had it around my neck. I had it around my waist. And the one thing I learned about trying not to get pickpocketed is don't put all your belongings in the same place. Not only do you not put them in the same place, but don't put them around your neck and advertise the fact that's where your passport, your wallet, your phone, your credit cards and your money is. Because you're literally a walking advert. One handy, zippable pickpocket bag. You're a walking advert. Walking advert to be pickpocketed. But the good news is I didn't get pickpocketed. My voice just went so high. I didn't get pickpocketed in Barcelona, which was a really good thing because I think I was so aware of being pickpocketed because everyone had told me Barcelona is just got to pick a pocket or two and you are going to lose all of your stuff. So much so, I got so obsessed with not being pickpocketed that I bought 3 different kinds of bum bags. I had a discreet one, I had a large one, I had one that went around my neck. It was basically a walking safe. I was a walking safe in Barcelona. And when I say walking safe, it weren't even that secure. It was not even that secure. It was, if you had nimble fingers, you were just a zip away from all of my worldly belongings, all of my most precious worldly belongings. You were just one zip away from a fanny pack. Yeah, so that was a positive. Not being so pickpocket alert, not being so alert about pickpockets was probably a good thing. So that was probably a low. What did I love? I just love the city. I love the food. I love tapas, small plates. Don't mind if I do. I mean, I love a big plate, but if you can give me multiple small plates, then winning at life. So yeah, the food was good. I loved the fact that it was a short walk to quite a nice beach. So I think the thing with Barcelona is you get a bit of everything. You get a bit of the history, the Gothic Quarter. You get a bit of the beach. You get a great city centre. You also get a bit of culture, a bit of history. So for the first time, I did the Gaudi building. And I did the Gaudi Park. And it was incredible. What I would say is, if you're going to go to the Gaudi house, go early. If you can nab yourself the 9 o'clock to 9:30 slot, then I really, really recommend you do that. I got there about 10:30, bought a ticket on the day, so in one way, you don't necessarily have to pre-book your tickets, but obviously pre-book them if you're getting a better price. But I bought them on the day. And the queues should have told me, not only should the queues have told me, but when I looked up at that amazing architectural building and there was all of those faces pressed in the window, that thing was going to be busy. And it didn't disappoint. It was rammed, but it was incredible. And I would truly recommend you do it. If you've got, like, it's not cheap. I think it was 40 something euros plus to get up on the roof as well. And you're not rushed. So when you're there, you're not rushed. You can take it at your own pace. You are kind of carried along with the sea of people. But I would say, if you're looking to get some decent photos and take it all in, then go early, because there were a lot of people hanging on balconies, hanging around chimneys, all wanting the perfect image. And do you know what? That's what I've also realised. Everybody wants the perfect image, so much so they're prepared to spend 30 minutes getting that one image, despite the queue of people that is snaking around the building waiting also for said image. So did the Gaudi Park. Right. Love the Gaudi Park. Views over Barcelona were incredible. Is there any shade there? No. Do you have to walk up quite a steep hill to get there? Yes. And when I say steep hill, I don't even think that does it justice. I would recommend, if you're able to, get a taxi to the Gaudi Park. Like, it's 40 degrees. It was like doing a HIIT class. And then you get to the very top, and there's just a QR code to scan for tickets. So if you haven't already bought your tickets, it is a bit of a ball ache to buy a ticket, because you also have to be on their Wi-Fi. So it took us a good 10 minutes in 2 o'clock blazing Barcelona sun to be able to get a ticket. Finally, they let us get in and buy one. So we were able to buy one. So even if they tell you that you're not able to buy tickets, you are. I mean, we were just defeated at that point, and we weren't leaving. We were not leaving. So we were like, we're coming in. And luckily they were able to realise that it isn't always the best way to use people's mobiles, QR codes, to be able to do that. So I really enjoyed it. I thought the views were amazing. Some of the architecture was just incredible. But it's hot. You need to prepare for, if you're going in the middle of the day, that is a hot park to be in. It's just hot. So love that. Like I say, love the food. We're only there for 2 days. So stayed in a really nice hotel that was in a really central location. Walking distance to most things. I would say, if you're going to avoid areas like Las Ramblas, just because it is a cultural meeting point, but more importantly, it's just under a lot of construction. So everybody goes there wanting to take in the feels, the vibes, and all of those things. But a lot of it is fenced off, so it's just channeling even more people into a really, really narrow corridor. And that might not last. But if you are going to take all of that in, then realise the stores, the restaurants, everything that runs through the middle isn't there. So really enjoyed that. And then literally 2 days went so quickly. And then before we know it, we're on a boat to Mallorca, because we wanted to do things a little bit differently, and jumped on a ferry out of Barcelona to Alcudia. It was about 3.5 hours. In my head, I thought I was going on a cruise. In reality, it was just a ferry, just a very busy ferry. But if you can get a spot out the back with the tables, beautiful views, beautiful scenery as you leave Barcelona, I would highly recommend it. Was it busy? Was there a lot of people? Absolutely. Did I expect it to be that busy? No. On a random weekday, did I expect that to be that busy? No. And then 2-3 days in Alcudia, just a beach holiday. I don't think I've done a beach holiday for so long. And yes, I had doubts. Height of summer, full on school holidays. this is going to be a nightmare. And it actually wasn't. It wasn't. Like, I mean, I'll show you now. The beach was just deserted. And I mean, this was midday, like the beach was empty. And obviously, as you go round the beach and round the bay, it gets busier because depending on what you're looking for, whether that's paddle boarding, banana boating, inflatables, pedalos, they are further around. But my advice is if you want some quiet time and a beautiful beach, head to the end of Alcudia Port Bay because it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Here's my tip if you're going to Alcudia. If you are waiting for a taxi, you are going to be waiting a hell of a long time, a whole day. Like, it's crazy how fewer taxis there were. So much so, at 11 o'clock in the evening, the taxi rank outside our hotel was about 60 deep. And was there any taxis? No. Was there lots of tired families, lots of sleeping kids? Absolutely. We went to Alcudia Old Town for one day, market day, obviously, market day, probably not the best day to go to Alcudia Old Town, but managed to get a taxi there, didn't realise that was sheer luck, came out of the market after having a lovely dinner or a lovely lunch, and there was a queue of about 40 people waiting for a taxi, and there was not a taxi to be said. So if you are looking for a taxi in Alcudia, good luck. The weird thing was, every bus that came along, I was like, those buses are rammed. People are literally standing on the buses because there's no taxis. That's why people are standing on a bus, because there is no taxis. So that was just a takeout. Just one of my takeouts from Alcudia is there's just no taxis. You ain't getting anywhere quickly. But it depends, you know. Also, as I say, I was so surprised just how empty the beach was at the height of summer that it kind of restored my faith in going away. Obviously, prices are so expensive during the school holidays, but I was at an adults only hotel, game changer. I came down at 9:30 in the morning. There was not one lounger with one towel on it, not one towel on one lounger. I was like, have I been transported to another European dimension? What I would say is the food in Barcelona was incredible. We found some amazing places that just was affordable and utterly amazing food. Get to Alcudia, so it's got more of a beach club vibe. Here's a sofa, you're on the beach, you're watching the world go by. Here's a burger with nacho cheese sauce poured all over it. And when I say poured all over it, I'm talking submerged. And it was really expensive. And I don't think the food was great. I think there are amazing places to eat, but it's busy. The service is sometimes off. You can find good spots, but I was really surprised how affordable and lovely it was to eat in Barcelona, yet how expensive and average run-of-the-mill it was to eat in Alcudia. And yeah, we stayed at a beautiful hotel, lovely room. Yeah, just a really, really nice treat. And then jumped on a plane to Alicante and then spent a few days in a villa and then packed the camera away, so I have zero zilch footage of that, which is a shame. But yeah, it was just spent time with the family. But yeah, would I go again? Absolutely. Would I recommend Barcelona? 100%. Mallorca, beautiful. So if there is anything you need to know, if you've got an upcoming trip to Barcelona, you're looking at going to Mallorca, just drop some comments or just drop a comment or a question. If you want to know anything, if there's anything I can help with, then by all means, let me know.